Well, it's Thursday, the 12th of December, forecast wave day. There's 3 of us out here getting ready to fly. The forecast calls for clouding up later in the afternoon, so we're going to have to make it back before that happens. So we'll take a look at the SkySight SkewT here as it progresses through the day.
The stable temperature lapse rate, plotted in red here, combined with the 65-knot winds at 500 millibars, show good wave conditions. Where the temperature and dew point come together is potential cloud cover. On this view, we see the strength of the wave changing through the day, with the increasing red being stronger uplift.
We also will be transitioning between lines of wave, so watch for that. We got about 65 knots of wind aloft, and it should be a fun day. So let's go. Okay, off tow now at Julian. Got up around 7, climbed through 76, got about 4 knots of lift there. Somehow my flarm is detecting myself, and it's just screaming constant traffic alerts. Really annoying. So I'm going to work my way up here, get some altitude, and come back to you later. Alright, just coming up on 14,700 now. Whiskey Lima's joined me below. Climbing about 5 to 6 knots. So we're looking good. We're going to climb up a little bit higher before we head south. Maybe see if we can get Greg to join the group. I was able to get the alarm sound shut off on the farm, but the thing's still flashing at me at my warning about myself at 12 o'clock and 0 miles. The view is getting great. Got an interesting line out to the west there. You can see where that happens with. Got no Lennies along the route of flight that I see right now other than that.
Since I'm crossing a busy arrival route into San Diego International, I called LA Center for flight following.
LA Center, glider 29 X-ray Delta 3 east of Julian, 17,000. Number 29 X-ray Delta LA Roger, did you want flight following? Paper flight following, ultimate destination Charlie Lima 35, but by way of the border and then up towards Palm Springs property. 29 X-ray Delta, squawk 2120. 2120.
Alright, I'm at 17.4, so I don't need to climb any higher. So I'm going to pitch over until I'm not climbing. We'll convert that wave energy into airspeed. There we go. Airspeed's climbing up through 75, 80 knots. I'm right by Mount Laguna now, which was forecast to be a pretty strong spot. So right now it's going about 4 knots up the air mass, and so yeah, just maintaining altitude at 80 knots. And we're too south. We're going to have a little transition here shortly. See the mountains kind of go that way. Let's see if I can find it as we go south. X-ray Delta, turning the border 17.5 northbound. Say again? About halfway between Hukumba and Emery. It was a little, got a little weak south of Laguna, and picked it up again closer to the border, but it was never in sync. It was always, you know, at least weak lift the whole way. Just kind of hug the mountains. Commander X-ray Delta northbound.
X-ray Delta.
I'm in sight and talking to him. Hey, firm. Alright, so I was able to climb southbound. I had lost a little altitude south of Laguna. Now I'm back over 17,000 feet. And I'm going to go across that little weak area, doing about 100 knots. Whiskey Lima's coming the other way here. Looks like he turned around. Alright, onward to Laguna. Alright, well, I had lost about 2,000 feet in that, and now I'm near Mount Laguna, climbing back up through 17,000 feet. So I'm in an air that's going up about 8 knots, so I slowed down so I can maximize my climb. So I get my altitude back, which will almost do it, and then I'll pitch over and get speed. Bomb turned around short of the border. He's about 7 miles ahead right now, so let's see what I can catch him. He's still 600 feet ahead of me, so he's about 17.5 northbound. So we got some clouds just short of Toro Peak. Might be an indicator as we get up that way. Alright. Coming up on 17.5. Let's ease over. Bring the flaps up to negative. Speed up. We'll turn this lift into speed. Alright, up near Julia now. Tom's moved downwind on the 17.2 or so. We'll just gain some altitude to move downwind as well. You can see the cloud layers moved in. Kind of looks overcast from my point of view, but as I look down on the ground, I can see some sunlight. So it looks like it's really a wave off of Mount Palomar head down there. So we'll use that later. Got some other little Lennies forming. And not getting any more lift here. The cloud over by Toro's disappeared. Alright, let's move downwind. Alright, Tom's about 6 miles ahead. He's now climbing. So we got a good mark there. And we got a cloud forming. Again, nice little lenticular. Marking our spot for the next transition. Alright, as I make this downwind transition, now my netto is starting to show no sink. It's starting to get a little bit of climb. Whiskey Lima is still about 2 miles ahead. I'm climbing at 3, so I'm going to start to slow down so we can start to enjoy the climb.
Okay, 6488, LA Center, to be districted, LA Center, welcome. And descend via Lucky 1, thanks for maintaining 1-2000. Center go to 3003. Okay, 6488. Ex Delta, I'm not sure which glider you're talking to earlier, but glider trying to get your 11 o'clock shoot, 1.5 miles, maneuvering northbound, 16,800, 900 now.
Roger, I am talking to him. Thank you.
Okay, Roger, I'll make a note of it.
Thank you.
459 Romeo Delta, maintain 1-2000. 12 1-2000, 459 Tower 6420 Bravo, LA Center, welcome, descending go to 3003. LA Unit 1640, we're climbing at 13.5 meters, 10-4 with those speeds. Yeah, 1640, LA Center, welcome.
Alright, Whiskey Lima is up, just 1230 high with this little Lenny right here. Marking the lift very nicely. Nice glory. Let's make another downwind transition here. A couple of nice Lennies out over Coachella Valley. Just crashing over Santa Rosa Ridge, and it's starting to go up again already. Okay, now just east of Toro Peak and climbing through 16.6. I got going up 6 knots. Netto about 8, almost. There's Palm Springs right down there.
Fighting 250, expect vectors for San Diego. 250, JetBlue 997.
This is working great.
JetBlue 997, apparently SoCal has better radar on that glider after 12 o'clock and 5 miles. He's at 13,000, expedite to descent 12,000. Expedite JetBlue 997. 760, Romeo checking in. 7,500. So the 3648 turn, right heading of 220, vectors for glider new descent, descent maintain 14,000.
Alright, I got this kind of ragged looking cloud ahead and a little wisp just ahead too. Let's see what that works. So I'm at 17.5. Don't want to climb any higher, so I've shifted gears. Just cruising.
3227.
Pretty chilly up here. It's minus 6 degrees Celsius. That's about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. It's getting a little chilly.
Make your turn on track to be after 12 o'clock. Actually, as we are established to loop. Track to be after 12 o'clock and 100 miles to the glider, maneuvering westbound at 15,800 feet.
There's a blurry and a little wispy stuff. Well, here by San Jacinto, got some really strong updraft. I'm already at over 17,000. It's going up at 6 knots, so building up a lot of speed here. And it's getting bumpy. Ugh. Go out over the valley a little bit. Woo! Alright, getting in some sync now. Let's turn around and go back. Hello, Palm Springs. Oh, strong sync now.
As I turn around, I see that I'm downwind of these marker clouds and now in sync. So I know I need to push forward to get to the upwind side to get back into the lift.
Get on the upwind side of these clouds here.
Delta's heading southbound now. Alright, now I'm over Toro at 17 something, and I'm going to make the transition upwind here. So it's a good lift here, but still on left, so I'll hold about 80 knots. Alright, so as I go north here, it's starting to pick up a little bit of lift as I transition here, so slow down just a little bit. What a beautiful day. Right here, I'm pretty much holding altitude, so all right. Well, it's almost 1:45, and it sure doesn't look like that forecast of overcast in the valley by 3 is gonna hold out. Well, that's good. Yeah, the stone is starting to get a little sink. The glide ratio now has been like 100 to 1. You only need 9 to 1 to get back to Warner. Let's see if we can get to Julian. My ground speed was 90 knots and I was going down 10, so that's like less than 10 to 1 glide ratio. Which is what I needed to make it to Warner, but I knew that we would get on the upswing sometimes too. So alright, now they're going up 3.5 knots, so let's get some altitude back.
Traffic 849 by Kia over the 10, 2000.
Alright, very nice, yeah. 105 knots. And 12,000. Alright, no place like home.
Well, that was a fun little wave flight, about 3 hours and 14 minutes in Border and a little north of Palm Springs, so mission accomplished. A little chilly, a little windy here, so yeah, time to put it away and go home for dinner. Thanks for coming with me. See you again on the next adventure.